seem to shake you, baby. I can't seem to shake you, baby. All I do is dream about you, baby. All I do is dream about you. Remember when you loved me? I loved you and then you left me alone. You know I'd always come back home. We can't pretend that this is the end, baby. All I do is dream about you. I can't seem to shake you, baby. I swear tomorrow that I'll give you up. Save the sorrow for when we wake up. But for tonight it seems I'm tangled up.
Hit that like button, mi linda raza querida. Live every single Friday night. Live on Chicano Street.
I can't seem to shake you,
My.
baby. I can't seem to shake you, baby.
Back in the headquarters, we got a lot to talk about. Hit that like.
I swear tomorrow that I'll give you up. And I will save the sorrow for when we wake up. But for tonight it seems I'm tangled up in you, tangled up in you. Tangled up in you.
My.
Tangled up in you.
Don't forget to hit that like button. Live on Friday night. We're back in headquarters. We're at ground zero tonight. I hope you're ready. Live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. I appreciate all my day oneers, everyone over. All of my subscribers over in the members only. Gracias, the pinche backbone of the community. Let's go through some formalities. That way we can go ahead and get into it. I'll bring up the chat right now, but why does it feel like I've been away from headquarters for like a month? And it's only been como una semana. It just feels like a long time. Una semana, semana y media. But again, Kentucky was off the chain. Atlanta, tú ya sabes. And Dallas, tú ya sabes también. So let me go ahead and get the chat up right now. Gracias, mi linda raza. I appreciate you. That's already trickling in right there. I see you right there. That's right, mi linda gente. Let's go ahead and get into it. I think I'm going to recap a little bit of what I was talking about today. También. O sea, the other topic about Mexico and USA. You know, it's funny because then later on, other things come into your mind. And, of course, we're going to voice it right here. All right. Hold on, gente. I want to see your chat también. That's right. Shout out to everyone in the 831. You already know what it is. Hometown is in the casa, especially the Alisal district. I appreciate you guys always that pull me over. See me allá when I go to the In-N-Out. Walking up and down. The linda raza. El Chapo's in the casa. That's right. My boy, grab the palomitas. Yeah, we're going to talk about some palomita stuff. We're going to talk about some palomita stuff. Why not? It's more fitting. We're in headquarters. Hit that like. Like I haven't been in headquarters in a minute. But we're back in full pinche effect. We got a lot to talk about. I'm going to let's just go ahead and get into it. But let me do a quick roll call. Jenny Selby's in the casa. That's right. Double XL Chicano. Because it has Chicano in it. Entertainment. I appreciate you. That's right. Hit that like. El Chapo Salad Bowl 831. Okay, there's an hermano from the 831. So there's my brother from another mother. ¿Cómo estás, cabrón? ¿Cómo estás? When I was live at the In-N-Out, I was like, yeah, they put it In-N-Out was in the hood. And someone commented, I forget his name, Home. No, not Home Invasion. Home Invasion. Got you, huh? I forgot, but I call him Hometown. He was like, they really did have Mikey off the exit. Yeah, we have, I think tenemos right off the exit, our own exit. In-N-Out Burger, man. But anyways, shout out to all the Chicano channels. Shout out to all the Chicano pages. You already know who you are on IG. I highly appreciate you guys. Live on Friday night. Live on Chicano Tube. And we're live on Chicano Street. I appreciate your full support. Let's go ahead and get it this wonderful evening in headquarters. Mi linda raza. That's right. Frankie Blaze is in the casa. I appreciate you, cabrón. Gracias for that, man. For making it rain. For making it rain. Gracias. Frankie Blaze. Saludos from Parker, Colorado. That's right. And Colorado has a lot of raza. So, gente, where we're going to take content creator series of fighting is to first we're going to take it to the raza states. I just got to keep it real. You know, it's a business plan, okay? We got to have a business plan. Thank you, Frankie Blaze. I appreciate you, my boy. We're going to be in California for a little bit. And then we'll head over to Arizona, New Mexico. We're going to go like where the lowrider tour goes. Let's just keep that a buck, okay? Texas is already ready for us. Texas was the second state. What is it about Cali and Texas? The relationship's like that, huh? The relationship is like that. Where don't get it twisted on the internet otherwise, where they say Cali and Texas bumping heads. They ain't really out here and have real relationships with real people. That's just the internet, gente. That's right, Kimos Flicks is in the casa. Kimos Flicks been dropping nothing but joyas all year long. And then now we got Beavis and Butthead that came back. And I'm glad que están tomando. O sea, here come the bloopers. So Kimos Flicks, hit that pinche screen record all year long, cabrón. I'll see you December at the YouTube Yarda Awards one more time. That's right, Nobi Lightning. All right, that's right. Orale, that's right. Norby's is in the casa, gente, dropping by to show support. See you all soon. Gente, if I said this or if I didn't say this, I'm going to say it right now. You know, every year got his pinchy moments. Last year, the Jenny 6'9" moment. You name me something else that topped that. Because the Jenny 6'9" moment of last year was the moment that viral. I guess that's the word. Not viral. Viral. And so Norby's with the ultimate troll move was so epic. He Kimo, why'd you have to put the pinchy Andy Griffith song away? Why the Andy Griffith song? Walking down the some. I don't know, the way it's coming out right, but EBK got strong videos. Everyone, you know, and again, we're bullshitting. If you don't know what the YouTube Yarda is, it's better off you don't. It's better off you don't. If you do, you do. You know, not everyone knows Spanish, but we got some strong contenders. West Coast Graffiti rompiéndose la pinche camiseta after Norby's does the most biggest troll move ever, which is bang, 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 bang. How could he continue on the live? Kind of forcing him in the corner a little bit. Like, he's going to have to get his hands up now because what is he going to do? Continue the live with, you know, the king of Calexico. Continue the live, and all of a sudden the bars are banging. Bang, bang, bang. The supporters and all you guys are on IG. You guys are crazy, man. You guys send me info. You guys send me clips. You guys send me links. I appreciate you guys. If you want to rock with me on IG Landia, yeah, I'm on IG Landia. So go ahead and just, es el mismo nombre que el canal. So there you can see a little bit more, pues, lo que no mira nadie más. All right, so Chicano channels, Chicano pages. Shout out to the chat. Norbies. Tony says Norbies is a good dude. I stamped that, cabron. I think he's a good dude. Again, we all know each other from the internet. You know, who can vouch for who on the internet? Let's keep this a buck, man. Remember Reservoir Dogs? Remember Reservoir Dogs, right? I'll play a clip. Maybe I got a clip. Remember Joe on Reservoir Dogs? Joe was the head mastermind of the whole thing. We all know who Joe was, right? Or Grandpa Joe or Joe, whatever it was. How did he know who was the one out of the whole group that was the rat? Or who was the one? Obviously, the informant or whoever, the one they infiltrated. And after, what did Joe say in the movie that was his gut? Why he knew that he was the one. What did he say? He said, because he's the only one that I wasn't 100% on. When you meet cats on the internet, how could you be 100% on anyone? You know, everyone's their own damn man. And as men, we should want to not need anyone to stand on, not be 50 years old, needing validation, which comes from a self-esteem issue, which comes from more issues. Why? So anyways, let's keep pushing it. Let's go ahead and talk about really quick something that I've already prefaced already, and I want to get your input, and then now let me connect the lines, cabrones, before you call. The lines will be open on this because I thought this was a great question. We're going to try to get to at least 3 or 4 things because I do want to talk about what you guys want to talk about, but I also want to, especially when we're at headquarters right now, we're at home base, let's talk about something a little bit substantial or controversial, or at least that'll raise an eyebrow and make you think. That way you're a little bit smarter when you get off the pinchy live, as opposed to just watching something, right? Like a circus or people performing or whatever, right? So there was a caller, Risky Business, shout out to you, cabron. He said, okay, Chicanos then. I'm going to leave you with this. If USA were to go to war with the country of Mexico, if USA were to go to war with the country of Mexico, which country would you lace your boots up for? Now, I thought it was interesting because why would that put anyone in the dilemma? Why? Like second nature is going to be like my country, unless it's like the Olympics, where the Olympics actually let you pick cross countries. You could be residing 100%, citizen and tax-paying U.S. American, but go to the Olympics and I could box for Mexico. But this is not like that. This is a hypothetical situation as if it was a draft situation and you had no choice. Because if I had a choice and they probably were going to war, who am I to try to just jump in the line of bullets unless I was in a situation that I had to do what I had to do? Okay, come on now. Especially at this age. Another circumstance would be like, okay, I'm young, I'm a boy, I'm a teenager, something. Or post high school and I get on the bus with the Marines. Which actually I did end up going to the Marine Depot in Salinas. Believe it or not. I might tell you that story right now. I went to the Marine Depot right across the street from Northridge Mall in Salinas. The year was probably 99, 98, 99. One of those years. Got the information signed up. And back then they had the old Greyhound station. The old Greyhound station in Salinas, which they knocked it down because it was just green. A lot of people have been to the Greyhound station in Salinas, okay? The one that only has Pac-Man and Q*bert. The only games it has is Pac-Man and Q*bert right there. That's right, Tony, going on to no jumper and shit. What the heck? Órale, ¿qué está pasando, babe? Anyways, I'm digressing a lot already. The reason that's an interesting question, and then let's move on because I did talk about it already. Go ahead and search the catalog. Ahí están los videos en vivos. Búscalos en vivos. Is because we're one of the few cultures that flies 2 flags and not 1 flag. 2 flags. And so us being in Chicanos over here, what would we do? And here come the controversy. Here come the comments all the time. Oh, que vas a matar a Mexicanos. Oh, que vas a balasear a Americanos. It was really, really interesting, the dialogue. All I wanted to add was this. We all got our own opinion. Ain't no one trying to dominate and say the right person, and it has to be right, and you can't think otherwise. Absolutely not, because we're having a great conversation, and it's going to make you think about an allegiance. Maybe that's what I should have titled it. Who's your allegiance with? That. And probably gave it a better thumbnail. But anyways. That's right. Hit that like. That's right. Sea Dogs in the casa. That's right. Mile High Hustle says America. He's riding with it. Nino America was even in the comments right there. But he was saying something. Ay, pinche Nino. He was saying, I'm a coconut. That's what he was saying. No eres más café que yo, güey. Eres más café que yo. And he's calling himself un coco, dice este cabrón. But it's true. It's like, why? How come on voting things or legal documents, can't we put Chicano? Can't we put Mexican American? Why would even it's saying Mexican, which is just, it's just a country. It's a nationality. You could put that in the box. Why did I always have to put Indian, Alaskan, natives? I don't know. Maybe that's just me. So let's just keep it pushing. Unless you wanted to talk about that, the phone lines are open. I want to talk about one other thing that someone sent me that was a clip. And it made me think about this topic, man. Here's a topic right here that is, I say, the internet related. And I really call an internet illusion. Because anything that's an internet illusion will make you start changing your reality. Let me explain exactly what it is. So someone sent me, it was a clip of Kevin Samuels. And it was a relationship clip. And I like exactly what he said. And I said, wait a second. The reason probably, again, I'm happily married, 20-something years. So forget about that. I got to go back to put myself into kind of giving advice to what it was, I guess, through my experience. But the illusion that there has to be 6, 7, 8 things, check marks in order to start a relationship is going to absolutely throw a monkey wrench in dating nowadays, that people are probably sweating, shitting, whatever you want to call it, to go and meet another person, because if they first meet right there, like on the internet, it's an illusion already. It's already an illusion. High value, what the internet calls high value people, are really an internet illusion, gente. Think about it. You are going to take the advice or take the poll or take the given data to you on the internet to make a decision about who's for you. So some men and women, maybe mostly women, but some of the men, right? The criteria, maybe mostly women, right? The criteria has to be this. 6 figures is the first thing. That a high value man has to have 6 figures. First thing, boom. And then it keeps going down the list. This leaves him. Come on. Do I have to explain high value? Okay. Let me explain valuable. Just in layman's term, valuable. What you won't hesitate to pick up your phone and order without second thoughts, because you have to have it, is valuable. Okay? But what the internet is telling you is just a checklist, so people aren't going to genuinely
Call from, yes, Jenny Selby.
Aren't going to genuinely look for each other to have a conversation and meet the other person. It's all an internet illusion. Jenny Selby's in the casa.
Hello, ¿cómo estamos?
Happy Memorial Day weekend, amiga. It's
Okay,
Memorial Day.
I'm going to tell you a story.
Dime. Go ahead.
You want me to tell you a story?
Absolutely.
Okay. My father was born in 1930. He came from Sinaloa. During the time in the 60s, he came through the Bracero program. And what that was a program for Mexican nationals to come here and pick fruit. And when he became a citizen, he taught his children, you know what, Mexico is Mexico. He loved Mexico till the day he died, but he was so grateful for becoming a citizen and having choices. He made a better life for his family, and that's what he wanted. You know, you can't change it. If you don't know nothing about history, read our history. We got a bitchin' cultura. We do, man. Being proud of being a Mexican. I am a proud-ass Chicana. I am a veteran, combat vet, Vietnam. Yes, there was women there. Guess what? I don't fight anymore. I don't need to. I am a veteran of peace because we have to find conflict resolution. Stop hating on each other. It's supposed to be about love and unity, man. That's it.
Beautiful Jenny La Chicana on Friday, Memorial Day calling in. I appreciate you. I know you always enjoy the conversations, amiga.
Mucho gusto. Que tengas un buen weekend.
You too. Talk to you
A
soon.
rato zapato. Bye-bye.
Bye. See, she be rhyming. I used to drop in the community section. I used to drop Chicano word of the day. A lot of people argue with me. It's Pachuco. It's this. And I'm like, it's Chicano word of the day. You know what Chicano? And it was words like chavala, que hubo, chale, órale. And if it had multiple meanings, I would put one and then a sentence, one meaning, another sentence, another sentence. I would put 3 sentences on the Chicano word of the day. People would argue with me. How do I know those are Chicano word of the days? Because I grew up hearing them. Tontos. I mean, I had to put more logic to everyone that was fighting against me for that because I grew up hearing them. And where do we grow up? Where do we grow up? At Ground Zero, Chicano headquarters. We call over here the Alisal district. ¿Qué hubo?
Hey, man. What's your name? Hey, where you from?
La Primera, Islos.
You talk like a fucking Chicano, man.
That's right. ACB Chemistry's in the casa. Andrew, and that's right. Thanks, G. I'm trying. I'm going to post videos soon if the lure's okay. Okay, yeah, he's doing his thing. So trip out over there on HCB Chemistry. Talk about unique in a time where people aren't unique and rather be carbon copies and try to copy other people. When you try to copy another person, whatever it is trying to copy them, like their style or this or that, it's like telling the God that he didn't do you right. And God only made perfect masterpieces of all of us. So why are we trying to copy and be like someone else? That's right. Richie Lokes in the casa. That's right. Miss Chicano. Is Miss Chicano Tube? Yep. Miss Chicano Tube is in the building. She's at Want Tequila, honey. But she's in the room that has the 1942. I want to give a shout out to my best man. What do I mean by best man? Yeah, literally. My best man in my wedding, Ray Reezy Morales. Gracias, hermano. That 1942 botella, I haven't even cracked it open. Cabron, I'm going to be heading over there. Let's make some time, cabron. I know you hear this podcast style. Let's make some time. Just let me know the date. I'll come on over, cabron, with the shot glasses. Gracias for that botella. He gifted me that. This one right here, Machete. My boy Machete gifted me this one. This is Puerto Vallarta. It goes down. Man, the wifey likes it, I think, like in margarita. The margarita style. O sea, algo con, or is it keto? Is it keto margarita? I could be wrong. All right, let's go ahead and keep it pushing. Real quick, someone sent me a clip on Droop's recovery. Lucky did do a video, and Droopy is recovering. He's eating already a full meal. The clip that someone sent me, I said, damn, he already had like food inside his hospital room. So it's no longer regressing, but the healing is progressing. Again, we're just sending prayers out that way. Regardless of your opinion, regardless of anyone's opinion, it's just me seeing someone in need, and immediately we get to pray. We get to send energy over there to that brother, send angels over there. Most importantly, healing power over there. Because when he said they had to open up the stomach in order to, there was an infection or something, and I was like, man, it's crazy. But again, this is what a lot of people want to know. I know you want to know it. You don't think I want to know it too? Nos encanta el chisme, live on Chicano Tube. And live on Chicano Street, nos encanta el chisme. But again, the most important thing is this is a man's health and this is a man's life. Pero we'd all like to know what happened. What happened? But obviously, think about it, gente. Droops is from that generation que mejor calladito. Let's just say that. And that's all we have to say about that. All right, let's keep it pushing. That's right, the Chapo's in the casa. I thought you were Salvadoran, Mikey. That's peachy way. No, but you know what? When I do a discada, like me and the wife, we were talking about, we're going to do a little graduation party. Trip out on this now that let me talk about this real quick. We're going to do a little graduation party. And man, one of my uncles I haven't seen in forever. And this is one of the uncles, probably the uncle that looks most like Pops. Serio. The one that looks most like Pops, he's going to come over. Damn, it's going to be a trip, man. It's going to be like I'm looking at Pops in the face. But again, he's my uncle. He's my dad's brother. My dad only had 3 brothers. There was 4 men, 4 brothers, Cualcoman, Michoacan, and no sisters. And there's 1 or 2, only 2 left. Is it? Only 2 But anyways, one of the uncles is coming over. I'm tripping on that, gente. Like, damn, I'm going to stare at Pops in the face again. So what I'm going to do is voy a hacer una discada. Voy a hacer una discada, gente. So follow me on IG if you want to see the receta to the discada, because it's going to feed todos. And it's going to be sabrosa. Of course, the wife, she's probably going to throw a killer salsa. Killer sides and killer salsa. But again, it's going to be the graduations that are happening. You already know what it is, the parents. It's graduation time. Come on.
Now you home with us and defend the barrio. Patos locos forever. Forever.
All right, so disclaimer now. We're going to talk a little bit of politics. And why disclaimer? Because some people are too damn sensitive. And the politics, they get their panties in a bunch, or excuse the analogy or whatever. If you're highly sensitive when we talk politics, then please check out of the building. And that's all you got to do. Not everyone's cup of tea. But we're going to talk about things because now it's coming up on November. And I've seen in the polls, if these polls are true, because polls could be fake, it looks like we're going to have a better 4-year economy coming up. It looks like we're going to go back to prosperity, at least for 4 years. So anyways, are Chicanos, my question to the raza, are Chicanos Democrats or Republicans by nature? I'm going to say it one more time. Catch it all in its context, because even the last part was the key. The last 2 words were the key to this phrase. Excuse me. Are Chicanos Democrats or Republicans by nature? I want to ask, because I see a lot of raza pages, and they even got brown fist up in the air. Boom, la causa. They'll use Cesar Chavez and the Huelga bird. They'll use indigenous Aztec art, tribal art. They'll use anything they can. All of these very popular pages on the internet. That what's happening now is that the media has gotten bigger than the television screen. So people are seeing their phones more than ever. They're seeing tablets more than ever. They're seeing laptops. This is all the media. Media consumption is at an all-time high. It's not going to go down. It's only going to increase. So we do got to talk about politics, because I made it a point to speak the truth no matter a quien le ofende, if it has to come down to putting the people first. Putting the people first. The raza first. Chicanos first. 40% of California first. That when we unite, there's power. There's power. And the real work, there's numbers on the internet. Don't get it twisted. But now I've learned that the internet is just really the internet. It's great to have a presence on here. It's actually a must. You got to have a presence on here. But the real work is out in the communities. Don't got to be televised on YouTube. It don't got to be told that you went down to the kids' jail, you handed out blankets. Don't, because that's where the real work is. It's out there and it's in the field. But our Chicanos, I'm going to say it again, Democrats or Republicans by nature. Again, what does the internet do? The raza, we see a brown fist up in the air, boom, we have to go with everything. All of a sudden, we go to their IG page and we're like, damn, every single other post is about politics, politics, politics. Okay, then let's break this down, gente, by nature. Again, I take myself out of it. You are a disclaimer. If you didn't know, with my political views, I'm a conservative. Okay, unapologetically, I'm a conservative. Okay, and that don't mean that I look through life with a political lens. No, it doesn't, because politics is not your heart. I could agree with you on everything political, and you're still a piece of crap, because your heart is black, and evil. So politics are just politics. I guess that's enough disclaimer. But let's talk about this by nature. These pages that say raza this, raza that, Huelga, Bird Chavez, and all this other stuff. And therefore, we could talk about both parties to be kind of fair, even though one party totally outweighs the other one when it comes to siendo del diablo. I'll just say that. And we're going to talk about them more than the other one. But anyways, what do you think? What do you think as the raza, as la raza? If the people wanted you to vote in their direction with their political party, with their political team, but that political party said, we want to take God out of everything. Everything and everything. The dollar, the money. You better not even put your hand over your heart. Take them out of las escuelas. Anything and everything. To the raza. To the raza. My question is this. If you grew up like I did, with Mexican parents, and what I mean, born in Mexico. Literally. If you grew up like I did with Mexican parents, what do you think their natural, since we're saying by nature, remember, we're talking about by nature, we're just laying facts out. I'll leave it up to the people to decide what the hell's going on, because November's coming up. We'll spend maybe 5 more minutes on this. Give me 5 more minutes for the ones that are here for the cheese, man. And then maybe we'll shoot some shots at these vatos. All right. By nature, what would your parents say? Amá, ¿sabes qué? Ya no quiero ni que nadie mencione a Dios, ni que lo tengan en la escuela, ni el trabajo, ni el dinero, nada. No quiero oír nada de Dios. You might get, your teeth might get slapped across the room by the time you get done saying that. And I don't advocate for violencia, okay, cálmase. I don't advocate for violencia. Una cacheta, am I lying? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? One political party clearly pushes this line. What does the other political party también do? That's right, my boy. I appreciate you, cabron. DFW photographer Tony A. You know what? I appreciate you. I think you're from Texas, right? Right, cabron? I was just in your neck of the woods the other day, but I appreciate you. Photography, bro. I'm telling you, me and the wife have been in that since 2012. The wifey's damn near been on Rangefinder magazine, which is like the people's magazine for photography. The wifey. Chicana from small town Salinas, East Salinas. Anyways, I appreciate you, DFW photographer, for making it rain. He got 5 on it. I see what you're saying. Tony left his friend Norby's crash out. There was a lot of comments. Let's deal with that because we don't want to glance over. That's my brother. That's dropping a super chat. Is definitely gonna get that answered right there. We don't gloss over, especially it's a super chat, cabrones. A lot of comments said that. A lot of comments said, "Damn, he even started another channel and went that far to have your back." And from the damage of 1 week to the next week, it was a wrap and it's over. Let me say this. When I saw the video, which was on that Friday night, and it was Tony, and it was like an improv video, right? It wasn't like the regular show, and something was different, and obviously the incident had happened. And with the incident, we're talking about an edited video. Okay, let's keep that a buck, okay? Because they could drop an edited video about me, about you, any day. Okay, we're all subject to that, right? Well, most of us here, you know what I mean, that are on YouTube Landia. I knew that at the table were sitting two grown men that said we're going to mutually part ways. For one reason or another, that's X. Y and Z. We're just commenting on the outside, looking in. That's all I see, you know. And then the next week, I guess, Norby's just decided to go super exaggerated viral all over the place. And look what he did. Pinchy Norby's, the biggest troll move this year. But gracias, I appreciate you, DFW photographer. I was in your barrio over there. That barbecue you got over there, that
Call
gay
from
ass.
Southtown.
Hey, Southtown SD calling in on Friday night, Memorial Day weekend, cabrón. Buenas noches.
Hey, buenas noches, hermano.
¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo está la familia?
Bien, bien. Aquí, bro. Just like you said, enjoying Friday, bro.
Exactly, enjoying Friday. Probably everything's
Relaxing.
hustling and bustling, huh? All the roads are busy. Everyone's traveling, cabrón.
That's right. That's right. Try and stay off of that. Try and stay out of traffic, you know?
Absolutely, absolutely. But I like traveling down there where, you know, the wifey's, ahí vive su papá en Mexicali. So we go to down that way. But I was
okay, yeah.
out Mexicali, but it's hot over there, cabrón.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hey, have you ever crossed right there by El Rio Colorado, a little tiny border?
I'm sure because I've taken the bus to Mexico, the train. My pops would drive us over there.
Okay,
We've been through every crossing.
Hey, it's a trip, huh? How some of them are like, they're still the same, bro. How they were made.
But you know what, man?
A long time
Mexico
ago.
está tan lindo, cabrón. We went to las playas de Rosarito like a couple months ago, and I told the wife, I said, hey, if the U.S. would have never won the war versus Mexico and they never would have got 30% of the land, I said this whole California coast would have looked like Rosarito.
Oh, yeah, bro. And if you've never been to the Sea of Cortez, bro, the Sea of Cortez is white sand. It's like Cancun, bro.
I'm just saying, I
You
think,
can go to San Felipe and it's the water is so clear.
yeah.
So the rasta's still made out, but you're right, dog. I mean, look, the whole thing, bro, all of America, north and south. You know what I mean? Is if you think about it, the best. Well, there's beautiful places all over, bro, but everybody came here, right?
The raza don't want to
And
hear
every-
that, though. A lot of people didn't even know it was the Mexican-American War, but the raza don't want to hear that we lost that war because we lost the territory.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, you know, we got robbed, bro, but we're really the only, you know, with Pancho Villa, we're the only country that ever came, attacked, got away, and there was never any serious retribution. I mean, they did take it out on the people, but not on a massive scale, like they did.
But
to other
was it
countries.
was it an even war? You mean you said okay because you said we got robbed. Was it an even war? Because it wasn't like pinchy, you know, where you were saying the Spanish Inquisition and everyone dying of smallpox 90%. This was a head-up war, right? And both parties were healthy, but usually what wins, cabrón, or correct me if I'm wrong, the fucking generals. They have the baddest generals, the most smartest war generals, and maybe it was the generals that were smarter, or what do you think?
They made, well, yeah, I mean, you know, he's the one who sold all the land and did it, pretty much did it without the people. And then, you know, I believe if I'm correct, you know, the people that were here, they were made citizens, U.S. citizens, but then a lot of people, of course, they weren't treated right, so they left, and then there's families that stayed and all of that. But
That's
yeah, man.
crazy.
Hey, so I got something right here.
Dime.
Well, earlier on what you were talking on the language, bro, it's there is a term for it too. You know, calo or calo. You know, calo. And I'm not an expert on explaining it either, but I know that that's the term used for the Cholo, the Pachuco language.
You seen that I was posting for a couple weeks in my community, just trying to, you know, always, you know, doing something innovative that way that people stay tuned in. And people kept telling me Calo, Pachuco, and this and that. Like, and I said,
Yeah.
gente, I said, I'm not inventing a new language. I actually,
Y-
what do I call this? I call it
Yeah.
a slanguage.
Yeah, Spanglish for that's the term though. But hey, do you know where the term Pachuco comes from?
No,
Do you know that one?
no.
Yeah. Okay. So when the Raza was migrating to Chuco town in New Mexico, they would say Van Pachuco. Esos vatos van Pachuco, and that's how the term Pachuco started. You can look it up. And I want to read you this too. Let me read this to you while we got everybody out here, okay? They can look this up on Wikipedia.
Go ahead.
Trip. Indigenous identity in pertaining to the Chicano. It says Chicano identity functions as a way to reclaim one's indigenous American and often indigenous Mexican ancestry to form an identity distinct from European identity. Despite some Chicanos being partial European descent, as a way to resist and to subvert colonial domination rather than part of European American culture, Alicia Gaspar de Alba referred to Chicanismo as the ultra native culture and other American culture indigenous to the land base now known as the West and the Southwest of the United States. While influenced by settler-imposed systems and structures, Alba refers to Chicano culture as not immigrant but native, not foreign but colonized, not alien but different from the overarching edge. What? It's Hegemony. How would you say it? Hegemony? Hegemony?
Yeah.
Never seen that word. Hegemony of white America. Well, that's pretty trippy. I just saw this myself, so I had to share it, bro.
Oh, no. I appreciate you sharing that, man. And like I said, man, at least on this live right here, people are going to come off a little bit brighter, one or two IQ levels above, especially when it comes to cultura, which is my favorite topic. No, that's right, my boy. I appreciate you for calling in. Gracias for that. Yeah, there's some people that say to give back the land. Give back the land. Well, give back the land to who? Give back the land to Mexico or give back the land to the natives?
There's families, bro, whoever owned it, like the Dodger Stadium, they still have the names of the families that they took it from. So those families, the descendants still live, bro. They can get, compensated. But yeah, I mean, it's not going to be everybody, bro.
I heard about that. I heard about
man,
that displacement.
Anytime, what's, that's a whole other topic right there, brother. But yeah, you know what's up, bro. I support the channel. I love my people. I love to learn and educate at the same time. And shout out to everybody out there, man. Much love to all my gente. And man, everybody just stay on a positive note, man. I can't wait to see Norby's and hear some new stories, some new things, and I appreciate you too, man. You and your wifey. I pray God bless you guys, and I appreciate you, bro. You're doing a great job, man. I love tapping in.
That's right. Southtown SD's in the casa. I appreciate you.
All right, my brother.
All right. Have a good Memorial Day weekend, cabron. Everyone, man, be safe. I know some of you cats are loading up jet skis. They're loading up boats, getting out there on the boats, man. That's the most important thing in life, man. That's what makes me feel like a millionaire, man. I walk through my house and I see my family. I see my children. I already feel like a millionaire, man. I already feel like a millionaire. Don't have to go to a destination, a spot, an island, look good, or especially, the internet. We're talking about that, right? We're talking about false illusions, and one of them was of a high-value person, what the internet calls high value, because all it's going to do is lead you to checklist and not even get to talk to a person or meet the person. And if it doesn't meet your criteria, guess what's happening? The model of the family is breaking down. Less and less in relationships are happening that are meaningful, that are fruitful. That means that have common purposes and common goals, which is the family. Again, we're talking about politics, okay? One political party, okay, Democrats, they want to take God out of everything. Another thing that they do is they want to remove the family model away from everything. That means no more normalize Papá, mamá, hijo, hija. The family model. No more normalize that. Now, you know what's really crazy? And lo voy a tratar de decir very, very carefully. Very, very carefully. Because sabemos que son los dueños de estas plataformas, okay? That why is it that political party will go to bat, at least all I know is in California. In California, why is it that political party will go to bat and protect a C-H-O Mary Oscar? Why? Why is it when we hit legislation, and I say we, the wifey too, involved in this legislation, why is it when legislation to make that a strict felony, that got shot down, and when the votes were tallied in the Congress on who resisted the measure, resisted the ballot, whatever they call it, guess what happened? It was 100% of that party. Why? What would our raza parents say about that? I'm just saying. That's how we have to get in the habit of thinking. I know sometimes we only feel culture on Cinco de Mayo. I know sometimes we only feel culture when we watch the pinche movie Coco. And now all of a sudden we feel Mexican and we feel proud and all that. But how come the other 98% of the time we're not taking into consideration our upbringing? Why are we okay with our children doing away with that? Especially when we don't teach them the Spanish language. One of you guys sent me a clip and said that one of the Chicano rappers, I'm going to say his name, but one of the Chicano rappers, he was recently on Adam 22. So, I mean, on No Jumper. So now you guys know what I'm talking about. And what is Chicano rap to me, again, is bald head loc rap. Okay, you got bald head and you got some locs, okay? It's a huge liability. I mean, no concert promoter. Why would a concert promoter, or much less a top-tier music distribution company, want to have a liability as an artist? But anyways, so some of you guys sent me a clip, and it says, and everyone's a general on the internet. They call everyone general. So a general. Obviously, the people that are saying that in that world never even got close or stepped in close to the vicinity of a general. But anyways, because they calling everyone a general, that just pops up on the internet. That's another topic, right? Anyways, the guy doesn't even speak Spanish. Okay, and maybe it brings up another topic. It brings up another discussion. I know we're coming up on 8 o'clock. We got 13 minutes. That's right. Shout out to all my Southside partners. They like when I say that. Clip that one. We got 13 minutes. No, I'm just kidding. Should it be a requirement to speak Spanish if you're going to be directed to the raza? Yeah. That might offend some people. It is what it is. You got to speak Spanish. You must speak Spanish. But here come all the other people that comment and say, yeah, but that's a foreign language. Okay, I understand. Damn. When Wayward Son was on here the first time, I'm like, damn. I must have way more Spanish blood, and I got a foreign last name blasted on my back. But I wanted that. I wanted to learn. I want that education. I don't want to stay in the box. I definitely don't want to follow just what everyone, the crowd, is following on the internet, just because of all the, we're talking about these IG pages that are the raza this, Chicano that, but never tell people to think objectively. You're not helping the people. If you're not telling the people to think for themselves for once in their life, and all of a sudden just cramming what you want to cram them, well, this one IG page said, I'm a Republican's worst nightmare. Again, I'm neither Democrat and I'm neither Republican. But one thing I'm in tune with is the raza down there in the barrio and in the community. And for those people that they're propagating on their pages to take God out of everything. This is another sensitive subject, so I'll say it in Spanish. I'll say this in Spanish. Lo voy a decir en español. For those that que entienden español, me van a entender. Ellos quieren que todos los niños maten todos los niños con abortos. Again, sensitive topic. I'm not getting into it. I understand. Remove all the genders. No more families. I'm just saying, imagine telling that to your Mexican parent, Mexican grandparents. What an idiot you would be. What an embarrassment you would be. And again, te van a cachetear. Anyway, let's keep it pushing, man. All right. That's right. Southtown SD's in the casa. That's right, my boy. I appreciate you, Sierra. That's right. Great discussion. We're trying to have a discussion, man. If you guys want to give a call in, we got 10 minutes left. We can open these phone lines for 10 more minutes.
Thinking of letting him in, ese?
Told you he's my best crime partner.
He ain't Mexican, ese?
Another clip someone sent me was in regard to Diddy's apology. Of course, you've seen that I put the short on there. That situation that happened last week. Perdón, I might have been late on the wagon, but I was in Kentucky, cabrones. And then first we're at Dallas. And then we swung around through Atlanta on the way back. But that apology right there was absolutely meaningless. Meaningless. I put that out there on IG Landia. I said, are we responsible for past behaviors, for things that surface like that? Absolutely. There was no excuse. Him coming on there, well, this was the darkest. I'm not going to talk about this, a long time. Even though Diddy was involved in the most craziest rap guerra ever, which is Bad Boy and obviously Death Row. That was that was real beef. That wasn't beef to launch an album and trick all of us and click on all the links and buy the album because we thought, oh shit, it's hot, it's trending, and they know how to roll it out to us right on time. So we would buy that. I didn't buy none of it. But anyways, arrastrándola, I seen that in real life. It's a members only story, but I was talking about it was a while ago, and I ended up seeing someone that did lo mismo, like down in Chinatown, and this is like 93, 94. We ended up in the county jail, and we were just laughing about it, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck was that, man? That was crazy shit. Él tenía mujeres, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. But anyways.
Call from
Miss Chicano Tube's in the building. That's right. Risky Business is in the Casa Cabron. It's Friday night, Memorial Day weekend. Before you go on the jet skis, what do you got to say, Cabron?
First, I got to say buenas noches. You know how I start.
Formalmente. I appreciate you, Cabron. Buenas noches.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm here in Denver, man, waiting for my load. I'm going to pick up here in about 2-3 hours or so, and then I'm going to head back down there to South Texas.
Damn. How many hours?
What's that?
How many hours? How many hours is that?
That's about an 18-hour drive.
He says it like nothing. I know you've been hearing in. Hey, gracias again. That was a good question, what you raised up, Mexico against that. But you called in right now when I'm talking about politics. Is that something you want to talk about?
Yeah, I want to touch on something.
Are Chicanos Democrat or Republican by nature, Dispensa?
Are Chicanos what? I'm sorry?
Democrat or Republican by nature. And that's if you had to choose one. It's a two-party system, whether we want to accept it, not in this country. It just is what it is. I don't think it'll ever be revamped or done away with. But if you had to say 51%, 49% lean toward one way or another, by nature, what are Chicanos, Democrats or Republicans?
I think it's switched. I think for the longest they've been Democrats by nature, just by inheritance, I guess. I don't know. But I think as of recently it's changed. I think as of recently, um, Chicanos are more Republican, right? Is that fair to say?
I mean, if you heard what I said before you called, I say, there's no way you're going to be able to do away with Dios. What's like that? That's not even a discussion.
Hmm.
Or you don't agree?
Good. Okay, well, good thing you touched on that. So what you're saying is that God has a place in politics?
What I'm saying is that in life in general, someone that's going to be a representative of the people, they really look at these cabrones with all their values. They don't look at it 1% of their values. They look at it 100% of the values. They're in a position that could literally change our lives for the better, for the worse. I'm not talking about que te pueden matar. Okay, obviously don't exaggerate, but the quality of life can increase at least for 4 years. And then viene otro cabrón, güey o huella, that'll undo everything. That's just politics. But what I'm saying is that coming up on November, by nature, Chicanos tenían que lean one way. I think they're conservative by heart.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you say no.
No, yeah, I mean, you are right. But one thing that I don't agree on, and something that like I say, what you touched on right now, is I think that the party that's using, and I'll be devil's advocate for this whole shit, but the party that's using like pro God, and is using God, I think it's really using God as propaganda, as a tool to align with other believers, right? Because a believer won't admit that, hey, I might be wrong. It's that mentality of a believer to be like, there's no way that I'm wrong, right? And so it's weaponized. I think God has no place in politics. I think that's actually, it contradicts itself, because let me ask you this: was God present when Columbus arrived and took over the land?
There you go, cabrón. You know we can go down this rabbit hole, but I understand your concept. Okay, remove him from who you're going to vote for.
I think so. I think God has no play in politics.
So okay, so you're I have Mexican parents. If I tell my Mexican parents, if they were still living, because mine are already están con el señor, which they grew up in Mexico, okay, and they're born over there, and I'm first generation over here, so they just migrated. If I told them I'm gonna vote for someone, pero él no cree en Dios o cree en otro Dios, you're saying it's okay as long as the policies are good.
Yeah, I think that shouldn't even be mentioned. I think the way like it's a baited question, the way you just said it. Like, look, there's this person, but this, and like I said, to a believer, that's automatically a no-go, no matter what. Automatically from there, the brain gets shut down, and it's nothing else is accepted. So that's why I say that no, God has nothing to do, in my opinion, right, with politics, with America, with this, with that. This is God's country, That's all bullshit. That's all propaganda. That's I personally don't want to be pushed neither. I don't want to be pushed anti-God, and I don't want to be pushed pro-God. I just want to be able to make the decision myself, and my children to make the decision based off what I show them, not based off of what politicians say or,
Then let me ask you this: what would Dispensa? What would risky business litmus test be to what's the decider of who you're gonna vote for then?
The economy. That's it. Everything else is the same shit. Everything else is the same shit. You know what I mean?
The way he says it. Well, me and you agree on that. No wonder, cabrón. No wonder you keep calling into the Pinchy Show. You heard me say that a couple months ago, that the number one issue for the raza should be the economy, on how our families are being are prospering and our wallets are getting fatter and Wall Street is breaking records and people are buying homes and saving money.
For sure. No, for sure. I agree. And, as a working man, that's my concern. Being able to make enough money to provide the lifestyle that I want my family to live.
Well, now I'm gonna put you. I'm gonna put you on the hot seat now. You're probably gonna hang up on me, or you don't even have to answer this. And I don't want you to feel no pressure at all. But we have two candidates. November's coming up. Who's risky voting for?
Well, I can't vote. That right got taken away from me. Unfortunately.
Chingado,
unfortunately,
man.
But I go with whoever would put money in my pockets, man, for sure.
Well, that's
Definitely.
a clear answer.
I leave everything else. I leave everything else out. I leave God. I leave everything else out. Because that's the only thing that matters. Like I said, to a working person. To a working person that's out there to get it. Yeah, for sure.
Without saying it, we already know. I already know. Gracias, and I appreciate you, cabrón.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Buenas noches.
Buenas noches. Have a good Memorial Day weekend, cabrón.
Ándale.
Don't forget, it's Memorial Day weekend. Everyone's gassing up the jet skis. Everyone's gassing up the boats, man. It's going to be a wonderful time. Again, I'm tripping. Oh, you know what? Me and the wifey, might as well just tell it right now, man. We're going to go to one of our favorite places, man, which is the 805 area code. Shout out to the 805 area code, one of our favorite places just to go out and to go about. It's date night, cabrones. So we're going to go ahead and do that this weekend. And then we got graduations coming up. Again, I'm tripping because I have an uncle coming, and he looks like Pops, man. I think he's the one brother that looks more like Pops. I'm going to be tripping. Talking to him like I don't know. It's going to be crazy, man. Like one of the last living uncles, and he's going to come because one of my cousins has her daughter the same age as my daughter. So, man, I'm really looking forward to that.
Right.
It's going to be a great weekend, Memorial Day weekend. Live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. You're live, cabron.
Hey, what's up, big dog? I'm going to ask you a quick question, man, then I'm going to hang up, all right?
All to the good. I'll give you the answer off the line.
All right. So, hey, when you drink, does the native come out of you or the conquistador?
Damn. That's native. That's the native, okay? And if it's based on what Wayward Son said, which is the mother's lineage, my mother's mother was 100% indigenous. 100%. A lot of people didn't even know this. If it's based on what Wayward Son said, lineage comes from your mother. This is what Wayward Son says. I haven't the only thing I cross-referenced was mitochondrial DNA. And my research shows that it's true. It's the DNA that gets handed down on the maternal side does not get broken in every strand of reproduction. So that DNA stays the same going down. If that's what lineage is based on, Elvis, his great grandmother, was 100% Cherokee Indian. Trip out on that, cabrones. Trip out on that, man. Marvelous Minds is in the casa. That's right, hermano. I don't know why you don't got a wrench, cop. I don't know why he doesn't have a wrench. We'll figure that right now. We'll fix that right now as we're already coming up on 8 o'clock. Let me make another announcement right now. Miss Chicano Tube is going to come back. We're going to go ahead and give you another dose, back-to-back weeks of the Chicano Hour. It's not going to be Friday. Tenemos graduaciones el viernes, entonces no va a ser el viernes, pero va a ser el jueves. So Miss Chicano 2 va a regresar el jueves. The last one, trip out on the last Chicano Hour that we did. Man, where's the live at? Get Marvelous. We're going to go ahead and give you... All right, that's right. Let me just click on that. Okay, yeah, that's the right one. I just had to click on it, make sure. You never know, cabrones. People snatch pictures up, cabrones. I've been around the block a little bit, okay? Been around the block a little bit, but yeah, that's Marvelous. Okay, anyways, Miss Chicano Tube is going to come back. It'll be next Thursday night, mi linda, maravillosa raza. It's going to be next Thursday night. We're going to do the Chicano Hour. Again, the last Chicano Hour had the number 1 asesinos para la raza. We named all 4 of them, and we gave natural, holistic remedies on each single one. I'm tired of seeing the raza batallar con azúcar. I'm tired of seeing the raza batallar with heart disease. I'm tired of seeing the raza batallar con diabetes. We're tired. Me and Miss Chicano too, we're both tired of seeing the raza batallar. We gave the major 4 asesinos, and we also gave the natural remedies that have doctors completely banned on the internet. They took all of their social media, completely wiped it away. You can't even find them anymore on the internet. But what we're going to do is always speak the truth. We don't care. You know, if we just help one person on the internet, it don't matter. They'll take the channel 20 times, and we'll come back for the people 100%. So we're going to have another one. I don't know if it's going to be health and remedies. Miss Chicano Tube is into health, naturalistic, holistic remedy. She's also all out of here talking about con las amigas, frequencies, vibrations. She's into energy, a lot of different things. So it's always yin and the yang. You won't just always get the chisme. We didn't go to chisme tonight. We kind of touched a little bit on the politics side, but I wanted to clear some things up. Risky Business says, you know what? The person I vote for, it don't matter who he kneels to. I have a different opinion, and neither my opinion nor his opinion makes any person less of a person. It really doesn't. If we're talking about politics, if we're talking about religion. Again, at the end of the day, what outweighs everything is a person's true character. That's not what you see on the internet. It's their true character, cabrones. Come on now.
Life's a risk, carnal.
That's right. Don't forget to hit that like. That's right. Nino America's in the casa watching Marching to Zion on YouTube. Crazy video with a lot of Bible. Okay, that's right. I almost was thinking about doing something Bible talk, cabron. How about Nino and Chicano Tube doing like a 2-week Bible talk where we just get straight into it, word for word. It'll be just educating the people and giving a lot of people feedback on the holy, written, living word. How about that? You know, I've been wanting to do something like that. And what inspired me to do that, got to keep it a buck, got to keep it real. Tony, he has a Bible talk he hasn't done in a while. Or maybe you'll see me down there on a Bible talk. We'll see what's up. That's right. Let me read off some of these last comments. Marvelous Minds in the Casa. Short the West Side San Ho. Jenny Selby La Chicana from San Diego. I appreciate you, amiga. SB, it's a food stamp that make people get that ugly food. Ese way. I'll tell you what. Like I said, the food stamp. Who remembers when those little liquor stores, those little co-op mom and pop stores? Remember when they had those hoagies? I was telling my son about this the other day. Remember the hoagies they would have on the bread, and it's a microwave hoagie. It would either be a barbecue, like the most popular one, barbecue, or it'd be chicken. It was like a blue wrapper. Those, I told my son, it was absolute fire, and we bought those with food stamps. We absolutely bought them with food stamps. It just was what it was. I was always in the food stamp. We're always in a desempleo. We're always at the welfare line. It was what it was. Those kind of stories right there, we go ahead and put in the members only. HCB Chemistry, that's right. Andrew, Machetes in the casa, that's right. I appreciate you. Nino America. Now, the King James Version is perfect. I don't know if it's perfect way. I know what you mean. Because you mean, I think this is what you mean. Come on, perfect way. Perfect is a well-rounded word that leaves no gaps, or there is nothing, of gap. Imperfect. So what I think you mean, cabron, is the most accurate interpretation. But am I wrong? Am I wrong? Is it perfect walking on water? I don't know, cabron. I don't know. Isn't it a Greek translation? Once it's been translated at least once, correct me if I'm wrong, something could have got lost. What I thought said this, said something else. I'm just saying, if it's a Greek translation, what do I have? The NKJV. I have the KJV too, and I have the NKJV. I read off the NKJV. My son Mikey, little Mikey, he reads the man, the wife just got him another sword too. I don't know exactly which one he reads, man. I don't know which one he reads. We got another call. Let's keep it pushing.
Call from.
That's right, Link, homie. You're live on Chicano Street, cabron. How are you Memorial Day Friday?
Good, man. Hey, so you're talking about how you tend to be more conservative, right? And how your views are more on the. I don't want to misquote you, but is that what you said? You're more conservative, more on the right side of politics.
Yes, in 2017, I never was into politics ever. 2017, I saw episode 911 with Joe Rogan and Alex Jones. And after that,
Get out of here.
No, yeah. This is where my whole political career started. I watched episode 911, Joe Rogan, the most watched podcast on earth. And after that, I went to my internet browser because I heard everything. I heard Epstein Island. I heard the children. I heard all kinds of stuff Bohemian Grove. I started Googling stuff, and they started talking about politics. And that's the first time I said, what does this party believe? What does this party believe? When I read one set, I said, this fits the Mexicano family more than that.
That's crazy. I didn't know he was on episode 911. Because that guy, Alex Jones, among one of the main things he got famous for was talking about 9/11 and all the other stuff. But yeah, because look, trip out. I actually listened to Alex Jones for like a good year, back from like 2008, 2009. But then I kind of moved on to more underground, I guess news sources you want to call them. But I'm just curious though, like, who do you, if you don't mind, like, who do you listen to right now, like in terms of like news sources?
So,
like in terms of like politics, like that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm.
I don't listen to. I don't watch the news for one. I have Spectrum cable, but I don't watch the news for one. O sea, I don't need any kind of persuasion or steering because that's all they're gonna do is they're gonna steer me in one direction. And what my eyes, what I want to base things off is my community and seeing what affects my people. I went to Mexico several times. I go several times a year. I went to Mexico under the last administration, this little corner market called Viva Mexicali, from where my mom, the beautiful smoking sexy out wife's dad lives in Mexicali. I went to that corner market under the last presidency. I seen this dude like bawling out of control. I'm like, what's going on? He goes, the last president, I trip out on this. The last president's Mexico-Canada agreement, he said he tripled his income. For the first time in this Mexicano market's life, he was able to sell American products. He had never sold Doritos. He had never sold Snickers. He had never sold Pringles, Coca-Cola, you name it, because it was strictly Tecate beer and Mexican stuff. This tripled his economy. Do you see the difference a person with the right economic policies can make?
Oh yeah, but that's another interesting thing though, because I know Mexico's president, right? He's more on the left side. So it's just interesting how, like, I guess at the time, right, it was the President Trump, right? He was more on the right. Well, obviously he was, and then AMLO was more on the left. So it's just interesting how, like, I guess they can work together to make everything happen.
The Democrats and Republicans in Mexico are called PAN and PRI.
Yeah, they suck.
Not like the American system in Mexico. That there's like a dozen parties. Not like the U.S. system where they choke out and kind of have a stranglehold, the two-party system stranglehold. Where it's just going to be that and no one else gets any leeway, power, or backing or nothing. They just blacklist, they just dry the other ones out. Over there, they actually don't. So they're all even. They all, people vote, but they're very small percentages that get spread out. But the major ones are PAN and PRI. It's the same way, bro. But I'm going to tell you something, man. I don't hang my head on any one person, period. I'm just a hustler by nature. My parents taught me to hustle. My grandparents woke up every day. If you're not on that bus at 5 a.m. To go to work, there's no frijoles. You don't eat.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah,
that's just
I
the
guess,
raza
like,
by nature.
okay. Yeah. Like I said, I just called to like pretty much ask you. But you said so. You don't say you don't watch like news, right? But like I mean, like, what do you like? How do you know? I guess my question is like, how do you know? Like, how do you know? I guess
Bro,
anything
at
like
the
in terms of news.
at the
Like,
at,
do you use Twitter or what?
I have IG, I have TikTok, I have Facebook, and I do have YouTube. So things come across my board because you know on IG is right. You like a page, you like a post. I follow real Donald.
Okay.
I follow real Donald Trump. The reason my wife asked me this one time, and I have really never really kind of revealed how it happened. I'm editing evento. I'm in the studio. I'm editing something for a client. Y luego I'm watching the debates. The only reason I went for Trump, I'll tell you why. Because I'm the kind of cat, I'm not going to follow the crowd. So what the crowd goes, what 80, 90% of La Bola says is going to make me question it already. That's just in my nature. And then I started, I'm like, wait a second. This dude was the hotel billionaire who hosted all of the Mike Tyson mega fights, took photos with Bobby, Whitney, Boyz II Men, Mariah, Oprah, all the superstars. And only until he wanted to run for politics, they started hating. Bro, when someone gets hated on, I don't give a shit what raza they're on. You could already say that's wrong.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not even an even playing field.
Yeah, I won't deny that. Like the media, because look, I'm not a fan of Trump. I do like some things. I'm not gonna just 100% say I don't like him, but I do see it. The media definitely does not like that guy. I don't know why, but it's I won't argue that point. But that's pretty much all I wanted to talk to you about. Thanks, and hopefully it's a trip though, because you and Alvin, you guys have the same politics, so maybe there might be some common ground, right?
There absolutely is common ground. I mean, but if he just keeps wrecking the whole year, then no one. I mean, he can never go back to politics. That politics is done. He burned the whole the whole Cali Mac got burned up in flames. No serio, it's like
Cali Mac is.
You might as well grab that banner, and like in those videos where they burn jerseys when they're pissed off at their team, might as well grab the banner, throw it in the fire pit.
Yeah, I never thought about it like that. Remember when they were burning all the jerseys when LeBron James left for Miami? That's pretty much what we did.
All right. Cuídate mucho,
Thank you. Have a good Memorial weekend, you and the family and everyone.
Hey,
right,
igual, Link homie. Link homie's in the casa.
Anti-grifter.
Anti-grifter,
right,
that's right, my boy. Bye. I got to save your contact. I told you to text me your handle way, and you still won't text me your handle so I could change your contact way. All right, you guys, live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street, 3-day weekends. Date night is coming up. Graduations are coming up. It's going to be a great time. I'm going to see un tío that I haven't seen in forever, de Cualcomán, Michoacán. I want to make sure I treat him como rey que es. I highly honor and respect the bloodline. De Cualcomán, Michoacán. I feel like it's man. I feel very proud to have him here. So I'm going to trip out. He looks just like Pops, man. So be on the lookout for that photo. You guys, I can't read all the comments. I see Nino America all up in here, though. Shout out to you. I see Andrew Martinez. That's right. I appreciate you, my boy. SB. You live good, cuz. I live in a democratic city. Yeah, we ain't going to get too much into it again. My politics all started on a browser. Just saying, you know what? This right here would make my parents and my grandparents proud because we're Mexican over here. We're Chicanos over here. You know what I mean? We're kind of like similar to Italians, man. I went to an Italian restaurant not too long ago and it said God, loyalty, passion, family, or family was actually, after God. God, family, passion. And I said, man, the Italian people know, but just Risky Business says that should be completely out of politics. If it's a person that I believe I want all my interests to, I get it. But then people will be like, yeah, but what about my religion? Pero somos Chicanos. So the majority on Chicano Tube, the majority on Chicano Street, creen en Dios. Let's just keep that a buck. You guys, live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. Let's come back stronger than ever, cabrones. Happy Memorial Day weekend, live from headquarters. It felt like I hadn't been here for a pinche mess, but we'll be back either Tuesday, With the regular live, we might move it up a day because we're going to go ahead and do the Chicano Hour next Thursday night with Miss Chicano Tube. I'm going to go ahead and tap back in with the familia, you guys. Live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street, the voice for Chicanos. Remember what I always say, though, mi linda raza? Remember what I always say. In the end, all you got is the memories.